Hi ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Gbpusd and Danny, the founder of Bongo Forex, and today we're having our best weekly analysis that we always have on the weekend, trying to help you prepare for the next coming week in the FX market, stock markets, commodities, and pretty much the rest of instruments like bonds and derivatives. But we hardly focus on FX and stocks and commodities. Now remember guys, this video is purposely for education and it's not intended to do any sort of financial or signal providing service. Any trade you're going to make upon this video is upon your own risk, and please remember, trade with the right risk management in the due process. Now coronavirus, everyone talks about it. Is literally the main catalyst for the current sell-off in the markets. The stock market is selling big time. The FX as well, you're seeing the DXY dropping as hell from the almost 100 index price almost now to 96.09. We currently hold that bearish sentiment onto it, and we're seeing further sell-off on the DXY. So apart from that, on a global scale, when looking at the economy, you still see coronavirus could cause the global economy 2.7 trillion. And here's how. Just go to Bloomberg, you're gonna see a lot of information on that one. Now on FX Street, we don't have, so on FX Street, sorry, I keep on mentioning this website, but on FX World, we don't have much coming up on this week. We just have the ECB interest rate, which is going to be pretty much the same, negative 0.5%. Otherwise guys, let's tune into our technical analysis. Having a consensus or a bias on, like a negative bias on the DXY moving forward, and this helps us to like analyze the market in a sense that it helps us to create strategies and entry points just based on weakness in the dollar. It's very important because dollar affects the whole FX market by 86%, and dollar is the king. So hence we need to analyze the DXY first before going any further. Now if I pull you back a bit on DXY weekly analysis. On a weekly time frame, you'll see the market has been up and up for quite some time. This red line, we talked about this a couple of times before, that is a very strong resistance area, and I think the price just see that level right there. It wasn't that perfect, but that could be it. The main reversal coming up for the DXY. And this has been something that we've been talking about for such a long time. Eventually it's happening. We do supposed to see a massive reversal coming up in the market, and this will be the main play coming week, and even other the next two coming weeks. Now, so since we have a negative bias on the DXY, what should we expect the coming week? This particular support area, we expect the price to come and break through that area and retest. Probably that might not happen based on the momentum on this particular currency. We should probably see further sell off without any sort of pullback and the retest. Because look at these candles here, they're massive and explains a lot of volumes. If you look at the ADX down here, it's 32.67. If you look at the stochastic, it's the right time to sell. So there's a lot of negative sentiment to this one. There's a lot of sell signals, and pretty much I do believe that the price will keep on selling off all the way down to 95.31. Some entry points will be around those areas and that area, but remember, we don't trade DXY, we just use this as a compass on trading other currencies. Now moving on to USDJPY, we had a sell last week that I gave you guys on a weekly analysis. You should sell USDJPY, and it's a perfect trade. If you look at this, it was 3.3 risk reward ratio trade, and we scored 166 pips on that trade, which is a massive thumbs up. And yeah, let's jump on to what we should expect on USD card coming week. Now for the USD card, now with the current sell-off of the DXY, we should see USD CAD dropping, but that's not been the case because remember Canada depends on oil, and oil price has been in a very bearish mode at the moment. We're gonna look at that later, and that creates an uptrend for the USD CAD, but in a very slow momentum to it. That's why I expect a sideways movement here on the USD CAD. I expect the price to come at this area here as a main support, and pretty much to be a good place to buy. Otherwise, if it breaks through here, I do want to see the price break out on the way, pull back a little bit, and then keeps on going high and high. On that trade, we see a risk reward ratio of 5.59. If I zoom out for you guys just to see where is our target for that trade, our target is pretty much far, is around 1.36842, and trying to score 263.1 pips. That might take a couple number of days, even weeks, to achieve that target, but I see it's something that is plausible at the moment, and you should take it, guys. Now from here, we're gonna jump straight to Usdjpy. Usdjpy has been a very interesting case for us because there's a theory or thesis here in our office. We call it a perfect equilibrium. When you trade, you just want to find yourself, okay, I want to long something and short something. Does it make sense? Is it logical? And the amount of information around the market, does it support the idea? And for Usdjpy has been the perfect case here. You have the weakest currency at the moment, that's the dollar, because of coronavirus, and you have a very strong Japanese yen, and that's because of coronavirus. So just because with weak stock market, you tend to see a lot massive appreciation in value in safe haven assets such as Japanese yen and gold. I won't go much deeper into Japanese yen, what's a safe haven, but I think you should go to Bloomberg. You can find some really good information why Japanese yen is safe haven. Otherwise, for trade here, we should see an interesting now here's how tantalizing this subject is. Before, this is a weekly analysis, we saw price coming to the support area, and it kind of bounced here and kept on going, like it reverses direction all the way to the top. But what I do see here is that with the current momentum and the current fundamentals to Usdjpy, all I want to see is the price breaking down here, and maybe a bit of a pullback and the retest there and a further sell off. Now this is what I want to see. Last week we had a sell around those areas, if you recall, 2.55 on the risk reward ratio and 104 pips on that trade. And this one is a big one, and we're targeting the price to reach this floor here of 101. Some analysts from Goldman Sachs, they expect the price to even reach 95, 97. So I do believe the price to reach that area. Probably that's high probable idea. I think I forget his name, but on Bloomberg he say that's high probable level for the price to reach. So this trade will give us 375 pips, and I think it's something you guys need to think about it and take it. Having said that, on Usdjpy, I'm extremely optimistic on that trade on Usdjpy. It feels right. Otherwise, let's jump to commodities. Now we're gonna have a look at Palladium. Palladium has been a very good, interesting commodity to trade. Remember, Palladium is a mineral that's been used to build electric cars, and electric cars is the future, and that's why we see Palladium gaining a lot of eyebrows, raising people's eyebrows, and it helps it to gain a lot of value eventually. And hence, what we expect for this coming week, we still hold a buy bias on Palladium, and you just want to buy at that area. What's the price? It's 2,541.92, and we want to see the price going all the way to that area. Oh wow, sorry guys. So all the way to here. all right, right there. So this was the previous high. We want to see the price coming here, and then we close with a profit, and that'll be it. Otherwise there could be a breakout on that support, on that resistance area, and the further up gain we should expect to see on the Palladium. Next trade is gold. Now gold pretty much have been a very, like, having, you know, this sort of angelic optimistic advocacy on gold, you know, bullish wise for some time now, since 2018 December, after seeing the article from I think it was Morgan Stanley equity division, this explained on how gold could appreciate in value over time. And this hasn't been surprising to us analysts, because this is what we want to see. The current global uncertainties and global affairs, gold keeps on appreciating in value. And what we want to see for gold is pretty much a pullback, to be honest. Being a bit cautious and entering very early. I want to see a pullback around those areas at 1596.90, then bite all the way up with a target area of 1706. And yeah, so that's our gold analysis. Now, last but not least, you're gonna trade oil. And why oil? Oil is such an interesting commodity to trade, because it's super easy. It's one unit. You just have to focus on demand and supply of oil. The current coronavirus, the global demand for oil has dropped due to less productivity, hence price keeps on shooting low. So what's the end of all of this? To be honest, it's really hard to tell where oil would settle down, but around these areas here we should expect to see oil coming and, you know, have a bit of a rest before it keep on breaking the lows here and further sell off to the downside. Now, as a trader, I just want to follow this pretty much downtrend here, and I want to trade. See, previously we had a first case, second case, and that's a third case. I want to crash on that fourth case right there. This is where I want to sell my US oil all the way down. So what's the price here? Is 52.00. This will give me what kind of risk reward? Let me see. If we're going to trade there, put a big tie stall up with it, you know, quite interesting target area. I'm going to have 1.94. That's pretty much 2, and I'm targeting 608 pips. Just this small tiny move here, you're going to gain 608 pips. So guys, it's something you need to look at 8 for this coming week. All right, same story for US oil. We just want to see a pullback there, and we are going to find our sell point. What's the price there? It's pretty much 47.453, and I want to see the price going all the way down. So guys, that's it for today. Thank you for following up on our weekly analysis, and I hope you gain something today, and you're going to put those entry points now before the week starts, because when the week starts, you're gonna be busy, you won't have time to pay attention to the screens. Remember, most of our trades pretty much a swing trade, so it's quite interesting. You need to have to put your entry points in target profits and also exits as early as you can, where your head is calm and you can focus, and then before you're going to do any other activities apart from trading. So guys, thank you so much, and hope I'm going to see you next week with some profits. So cheers guys, peace. This is Bongo Forex.